Good morning. Find your sit bones, find your comfortable seat, get out the wiggles, roll around your shoulders, do some little micro twists, some rolling, whatever feels good. Before you find your stillness, you find your tall spine. Relax shoulders stacked up over your hips, eyes closed, and settle into your breath. Deep breaths into your belly. Let the belly protrude out on the inhale and then draw it into the spine on the exhale. Then slow your breathing back down to a nice, gentle, relaxed, natural breath without control. Survey your body from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Where do you have tension? Where do you hold stress? What do you need stretched or worked or moved? And where is just quite content to be as it is? Begin to drop your head forward, nice and slow. Not pressing, just letting the weight of your head hang. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And then do a little no, shaking your head no, just a small one. Feel the stretch move from side to side on the base of your neck. When you no over to the right, where do you feel the stretch? No over to the left. Come back to center and start rolling this time. Rolling side to side. Starting small, getting your rollers bigger. The ear to the stacked over the shoulder. Pause with your ear on the right side. Slide your left arm off of your lap. And start twisting from the shoulder all the way down through elbow and wrist like you're turning a knob at your hip. Just twist in and out. Twist it all the way open with your palm facing forward or out to the side as much as it can. Biceps showing to the front. And then twist all the way around to the back. And at the same time, keeping that twist in the arm, turn your chin down towards your right shoulder. Turn your head back to face forward. Relax your arms, slide it back to your lap, tuck your chin and roll to the center. Then just roll back and forth, both sides. And then we're going to pause on the left side, stacking the ear over the shoulder. Make sure that your torso is still aligned, nice and tall. Slide your right hand off of your lap and start twisting from shoulder, elbow, wrist. As large or as small twists as you need or feel like doing. As much range of motion as you can attain this morning. Twist all the way open so your elbow fold and bicep is facing forward or slightly outward, depending on your mobility. Hot flash coming. And then start to twist inward, opening up the palm to the back or back corner. And at the same time, turning your head to bring your chin towards your left shoulder. Turn your head to face forward again. Untwist your arm, let it relax. Slide it back onto your lap, tuck your chin and roll forward. Just slowly go side to side again. Release any tension. Bring it to center and lift the chin up to the ceiling. And I want you to reach that chin towards the ceiling. So you lift up through your lower body, create space through your vertebrae, reach that chin away from the chest. Stay tall in your spine, tucking your abs in. Slowly bring your head back to neutral. Now lifting through that crown. Reaching up tall, let your shoulders relax. Abs are engaged. Legs and glutes are slightly engaged. Stay tall, flex your right foot and lift that leg up. Getting a nice stretch all the way up the back of the leg into the butt, low back. Keep reaching through the crown, flex through the right foot. Bend the knee and relax. Stay tall in the spine. Flex left and lift. Breathe. Reach through your crown. Flex through your foot. And relax. Switching sides again. Right up. Lengthen. Flex. Your knee does not need to be perfectly straight. Flex through that heel. Pushing through the heel. Whole leg rotate. Toes go out. Switching to the T-band stretch. Lengthen through the crown. Get more stretch if you want it. Breathe. Rotate toes back up. Release down. Switching sides. Left foot flex, come up. Lengthen through the crown. Rotate whole leg, toes out. Breathe. Strong flex, strong leg. Lengthen through the crown. Rotate toes back up and down. Shake out your legs, roll out your shoulders. Relax a little bit. Take your right arm out to the side, palm facing forward. Keep the shoulder down as you slide across the body to the other side. Keep the shoulder down. Hook your left arm at your forearm and pull it in slightly. Really press that right shoulder down and pull that forearm in close. The elbow is not locked out, but it's not bent. You're really providing pressure on that left arm They're trying to go in opposite directions. Your right arm's trying to open back up and your left arm's tucking it in. Provide stretch in the upper back, upper shoulder. Drop your left ear over, a little more stretch in the neck and upper back. And just do a yes with your head, tucking it in and then bringing it a little far back from neutral, tucking it in and back and in, back to neutral. Bring your head up, relax your arms, slide it back out. You're going to lift your shoulder, bring the arm up next to your body, next to your ear, reach over to the other side, just a little lean, lengthen. Your arm's tired, you can relax it onto the top of your head. Coming back up tall, shoulder comes back to neutral, hand comes down to shoulder level. And this time we're going to take our shoulder back and slide our arm back in space. Don't let your chest rotate. Opening up through the front of your shoulder a little bit. Bring it back to neutral, flip your hand over and scarecrow, let it hang, slide it into the small of your back. Don't let your back arch. You can rest it on your hips behind you, between your glutes and your chair. You can hold on to it with the other arm. Lengthen tall through your crown. Draw your abs in. Slide that arm out. All the way out. Shake it out. Roll it out. Whatever feels good. We're going to do the left side. Left arm out. Shoulder, palm forward. Shoulder remains down as you slide across the front of the body. As far as you can go, and then hook that right arm behind it and draw it in a tiny bit more, dropping that left shoulder a little bit more. This is the side that I needed today. Drop your right ear over. And then gently do a yes motions, tucking your chin forward as far as you can, and then taking it slightly back. Working through the neck, through the rhomboid muscles. And pause back at center. Release your right arm. Slide your left arm back out. Bring your head back up. Lifting your shoulder up towards your ear. Bring the arm up and over and a little lean. Just a tiny one. You could put your hand, rest your forearm on your head if you want. Still drawing that shoulder up if you do so. Line everything back up, sit up tall, arm comes to the side, palm is still facing forward. Take your shoulder back in space and open up. Keep your chest forward. Bring the shoulder and arm forward. Flip your hand over, palm faces back, scarecrow. Let it dangle. Keep your abs engaged so you don't arch when you start to slide that arm through the back. Don't allow yourself to arch your back. If you feel like you can't prevent the arch, draw your belly in and tuck your hips a little bit, like you're trying to flatten your back into the chair behind you. And then gently slide or walk it out. and roll, shake it out, roll it out, whichever feels better. We're going to keep our feet hip width apart. We're going to come forward, do forward folds in a, I say closed, it's not closed completely because you're not tucking them in, but in closed leg and in open leg. So we'll start in closed leg to give more stretch to the back and butt. Feet are facing directly forward. If you need to put them on something because you can't reach the floor, that you can. I can't reach the floor, but I have my little blanket there if I can reach the floor. All right, lengthen tall through your crown. Deep breath, inhale, arms up. Hinge at your hips, pull your belly in, leaning, reaching forward. Lay your belly on your lap and let your arms relax and hang. Drop your head. Squishing a little bit through the belly. Try to breathe into your back. Shake your head no. Let it dangle. Squeeze your butt. Lift your head and shoulders so your back is nice and flat. Squeeze through your butt a little bit harder. Pull the belly in. Flat back, come up. If you need to use the thighs to help push up, you can. And relax. Do open leg. Still against the back of the chair, so we have some support. All right. With open leg, try and maintain the knees over the ankles. Don't let them slide inward. Feet out to about a 45-degree angle. Inhale, deep breath, lengthen. Arms come up, hinge at your hips, squeeze through your butt, root through your feet as you come forward, and then round yourself down. Let your head hang, let your arms hang. Keep squeezing through your butt to help open those knees up. Shake your head no. Start to lift your head and shoulders so you flatten through the back. The butt is strong and tight. Press through the feet. Come up nice and slow. Use the legs if you need to. Some support. Shake it out. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, we're going to come forward again, but I would like for you to put something there so that you're not so far forward. It could be a block. It could be a book. It could be need something a little sturdy. I don't think a pillow so much would work. And it can be the higher the better, actually. Could be a footstool even if it's that high, that's fine. Okay, take a nice deep breath. Inhale, arms up. Lengthen through the fingertips. Squeeze the butt and start to hinge forward. Hinge forward, bring the arms down onto whatever you have. I'm using 2 stacked blocks. So we're not all the way forward. Keep the knees over the ankles. I want you to put your right hand in the center under your breastbone, and I want you to open up to the left. The arm can go high to the sky, or it can go to your hip, and you can open up with your elbow instead. Whichever you would like to do. I don't really like the arm up, personally. It's up to you. Keep squeezing through your butt. And rotate, bring the chest back to face center. Switch hands, left hand goes in the center. Inhale, twist right, bringing the arm up or taking it to your hip and opening your elbow and shoulder instead. Keep the butt tight. Keep the knees open. And slowly start to come back to center. Realigning, both hands on whatever you're using on either side under the shoulders. Lengthen through the crown, squeeze through the glutes, bring the right arm up overhead, like you're reaching for someone, and down. And bring the left one up overhead, reach through the fingers and down. Take a nice deep breath, airplane it out. Squeezing through the glutes, opening the knees, pull the belly in, round yourself all the way up. Shake out the legs. Bring them back in. We are going to stand. We're going to stand and we're going to put the chair, hadn't fully thought that through yet, but I knew I was ready to stand. We're going to put the chair in front of us. You can put the back of the chair away from you if you want. We're going to lean over it, but I know if I do that, y'all can't see me. So I've got mine off to the side. Standing back behind your chair, you're going to hinge at your hips, and you're going to flat back, come forward, hands on either side, feet hip width to chair leg width, whichever is more comfortable for you. And I want you to rock side to side with your hip. I know you can't really see this. Rock side to side. Stretching, go as far as you can to each side. Feel a little bit of an inner thigh stretch. Hold them over on the right side. Soften the left knee. Get that inner thigh stretch. Move your hips forward and back to find that stretching that feels the best. Take your right hand over with the left one, opening up the right side body. And you have another bit of a challenge. You can keep your right hand over there with the left one, or you can lift it up next to your ear and reach to the front left corner. Breathe into it. Release the hand if you put it up. Slide it over to the right side. Bring your chest back to center. Slide your hips back to center slowly. And then you can rock side to side. Hold them over on the left. Rock forward, your weight forward and back a little bit to find the sweet spot of the stretch. Keep your knee soft on the right leg. When you're ready, bring the left hand over here with the right one, opening up the left side body. You can leave the left hand on the chair, or you can reach it up next to your ear, overhead towards the front right corner. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Bring the arm down if you have it up. Slide it over back to the left side. Center up your chest. Slide your hips back in. Rock them side to side. Release a little bit of pressure. Come up on your tiptoes. Come down to your heels and press your weight back, lifting your tiptoes. Bend into your knees a little bit. Flex your feet. Squeeze through your glutes, stretch through your hamstrings. And come forward again onto tiptoes. Stretch through your feet. Back to heels, press back. Reaching the glutes back to the back wall. Flexed feet, soft knees. Bring yourself back to flat foot. I want you to open your feet one more foot width. So heel toe, open up one more foot width. Slide your hips to the left. Lift the heel, or lift the toes, sorry. Lift the toes on the right foot and bend the left knee just a little bit, like you're pushing your hips back to the back left corner. Just both balance and stretch. Most of your weight is over here on your left leg. Your left knee needs to be right over that ankle. Pushing those hips back helps that happen. And gently bring your weight back onto the right foot, lowering the foot. Shake out your legs. We're going to switch sides. Take your hips to the right. Push your hips to the back right corner, lifting your left toes, bending your right knee, but keep it over the ankle. In order to keep a bent knee over the ankle, your butt's got to go way back. Breathe. Try not to have a death grip on the chair. Tall belly, tall spine. Start to bring your weight back to center, lowering your left foot, straightening out your right leg, and shake them out. Heel toe walk your feet together, touching, thighs touching, calves touching, ankles touching, feet touching. Squeeze like you're holding a piece of paper between your legs and someone's trying to pull it out and you're not going to let them. So you're going to squeeze everything all nice and tight together. Knees are slightly bent, comfortable. Lengthen through the crown and the tailbone. Walk the hands to the opposite side of the chair from your head and slowly lower down. Lowering your heart towards the floor, stretching through the shoulders. Bend as little or as much of the knee that you want to. You can have stretching happening in both the arms, back, and shoulder area, or the back of the legs and butt area, or both. Breathe. Balancing is keeping those squeezing together. You kind of get wobbly. So we're working on that balance and that inner thigh strength and stability. Bend the knees a little bit deeper. Lift the head to straighten the back. Pull the belly in. Walk the hands back closer to your body. Press yourself up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze all the way up. All the way up to your butt, squeezing nice and tight. Lengthen through the crown of your head and relax. Walk it out. Good stuff. All right, you ready to go to the floor? Figured you probably are. We're going to get your strap. Make sure you have your strap when you go to the floor, that you can reach it. We're going to go right straight to the back on the floor. Once you get to the floor, draw your knees in and roll around a little bit or flop. Release any tension from your back. Some of the stuff we did worked your back a little bit or a lot of it. Yesterday was a Labor Day for Joe and I. We changed the brakes. I say we. I was the gopher. Changed the brakes on my car. So what he told me was going to be a 2 to 3 hour thing was not a 2 to 3 hour thing. And my back is not happy about that whole situation. Needless to say, I do have new brakes, but he dropped my brake fluid cap into the abyss of an engine. So I can't drive my car until I get a brake fluid cap. And because I have an Italian car, I can't find a brake fluid cap anywhere except Amazon or order, whatever. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Good stuff. So he had to ride the motorcycle today so I could have his truck. But I got good brakes. That's all that matters. All right, I want you to drop your left foot to the floor and I want you to lasso your right foot. I should go ahead and take that right foot to the ceiling. I want you to find your balance point using that strap. The knee is soft, not locked out into place. Find that point of balance where it just nestles into that joint. You can feel the weight of the leg pressing into the glute or to the back of your hip bone. Using your arms to help with the wiggling, help find the balance. Gently draw the foot across the midline, just enough to get a T-band stretch. Outer side of the whole leg. You might just get it in the hip. You might just get it in the calf. You may feel it in the sole of your foot. You may feel it in your back. Make sure your arms are supporting it. And you can kind of let it relax over there. And use your arms to bring it back to center. And use your arms to pull it up towards the torso, towards the crown of the head. Keeping the knee soft, not bending it any more than it already was. And then letting it go back to neutral. Try and re-relax the leg. Maybe use your arms to move it around a little bit to make sure that you're not trying to overtake it with the leg muscles. And then slowly take it to the outside as far as you feel comfortable. I'm using my right elbow as a kickstand. Relax your knee. Let it all hang out over there. This one gives you a good example of an active or a passive stretch. If you can squeeze your butt, have an active stretch, feel how it changes in your inner thigh, versus if you just let the butt go completely and you hang out in your joint. Sometimes hanging out in your joint is not a good thing. You need a little bit of muscle activation. Hanging out in your joint can tear ligaments and all that good stuff. We don't want that. Use your arms, drag it back up. Realign your hips if they got a little out of whack. Mine did. Relax right over the top of the hip. Slide your left heel out so the leg is straight. I want you to press into the left calf, not the left heel, but the calf muscle. Use your arms one more time to draw your right leg towards the crown. Breathe. Bend the right knee, keep the foot in the air, keep pushing through the left calf. You can bend the knee in close, or you can kind of take it to the outside slightly. Right foot is flexed. Press into the left calf. Take both straps in your left hand. Take your right hand on the outside of your right thigh, and you're going to just draw the left foot to midline. You're going to try to keep the knee and the hip all lined up where they're at. And just draw the left foot over midline just a teeny bit. So it's to the left of the right knee. And then take the foot back right up over the top of the knee. Bend the foot all the way in, release the strap, put the foot to the floor, and slide the left one in. Lasso the left foot. Taking it to the ceiling, balancing it over top. Try and relax that leg right into the socket of the joint. The foot's not active. Calf, glute, thigh. You can wiggle it around using your arms. It just follows around like a dog on a lead. Use your arms and draw it across midline slightly. Relaxed foot. Bring it back to center. Use your arms to draw your foot towards the crown, keeping the leg as straight as possible without locking. Eyeball that big toe and breathe. Draw it back to center. Right over the hip. And start to open it up to the outside. Remember, if you want active or a passive stretch with this one, the weight of your leg, if you do a passive stretch, the weight of your whole leg is pulling on those ligaments and tendons of the hip joint. That can be an uncomfortable and unsafe position, so squeeze the butt, engage the thigh slightly. Breathe. Make sure you reach that right hand over as far as you can and really drag that leg back up. Dragging it up to neutral. Slide that right leg out straight. Flexing the right foot, pressing into the right calf. Just a slight flex of the left foot, not a big one. One more time using both arms. You're going to draw it up towards the torso. This one is not my flexible one, obviously. Breathe. Still pressing into the calf. Allow the left leg to go to center and bend the knee in with the foot remaining in the air. You can bend it straight down or you can take it off to the side slightly, wherever it's more comfortable in the hip joint. Foot is flexed. Breathe. Both hands on right hand on both straps. Left hand on the outside of not the joint, but right above the joint on the thigh slightly to help guide and keep that in place as you draw the left foot across midline just a tad. Pressing into the right calf. And bring the foot over the top of the knee again. Bend the knee in, releasing the foot from the strap. Left foot comes to the floor, slide it out straight. Take the right arm overhead with the thumb towards the floor and the pinky towards the ceiling. But take the shoulder down. You don't want the shoulder up to the ear. Take it down so there's lots of space between the arm and the ear. Both feet are straight and flat. Take that right thumb and bring it over the top of your head. Keep the shoulder from lifting. Don't let the shoulder rise up. Just bring the arm in, thumb overhead, and same right leg. Bring the right leg into center. Right in the center of the legs. Breathe. Bring the right arm, line it back up over the shoulder. Bring the right foot back, line it back up with the hip. Keeping the thumb down and the pinky towards the ceiling, I want you to slide your thumb along the floor, opening it up out to the side. Right it level with the shoulder like it's a T. Pinky is at the ceiling and the thumb is on the floor. So if we were standing up in this position, our palm would be facing the ceiling. Right now, our palm is facing overhead. Breathe. Slide the right heel in. The foot on the floor. I want you to roll your hips to the left. Just a little bit. Pushing a little with the right foot. Breathe. Roll your hips back. Relax your arm completely. You can roll it out, shake it out, do whatever you would like. Slide the right foot out. Now I want you to take the left hand. The left arm is going to come overhead. The left thumb is to the floor. The left pinky is to the ceiling. Draw the left shoulder down so there's space between your ear and your arm. The shoulders are lined up. Breathe. Both feet are flexed. Hip width apart. While keeping the shoulder in place, I want you to take the arm, move the thumb right overhead. Pinky still towards the ceiling. Take the left foot and slide it in, left leg, slide it into center. Very small movements, but keep the feet flexed. Keep the hand nice and strong. Fingers are tucked together. Slide the arm back open so it's at shoulder, above your shoulder, and slide the left leg out so they're hip width apart. And then start sliding the thumb along the floor, opening it all the way up to the side. Keeping the pinky to the ceiling, thumb to the floor till it's in the T position. Slide your left heel in, left foot on the floor. Gently roll your hips, pressing through the foot. Roll your hips right slightly, opening up a little bit more. Breathe. Slide, roll your hips back. Relax your arm completely. Shake it out, roll it around, whichever feels good. Slide your right heel in. Walk your feet to the outside edges and just flop a little bit, relieving some tension in the hips. Draw your right knee up. Either put your hand on your shin or your thigh and keep flopping. The left leg is the one doing most of the flopping, but you're rolling your hips a little more since one foot is off the floor. Whenever you're ready and you want to switch, dropping your right foot, bringing your left one up and flop again. Your flopping can be a little bit bigger when you have one off of the floor. And then draw both knees up, wide knees still, and roll a little bit. Draw the knees together and roll side to side or around in circles. And when you're ready, set yourself up for Shavasana. Getting all of your creature comforts together. Your pillows, your blankets. My pillow. I guess it's not, I don't know, some of y'all might be getting chilly by now. I have a work camping friend up north for the first time ever, and she was so excited that she was able to turn on her heater this weekend, and I'm sweating to death down here, sweating to death. Line up your hips and shoulders. Make sure your knees are supported, your back is supported. Get the last wiggles out, twitches, the situating, a little bit of stretch. Bring yourself to stillness. Bring yourself into your breath. Just observe your breath for a moment. How deep or shallow do you naturally breathe? Maybe you feel you had a workout, so your breathing is a bit quick. Maybe you feel your breath slowing down, your breath settling. Are you a shallow breather or a deep breather? Can you feel your mood reflected through your breath? Have you ever tried to alter your mood or your mindset with your breath? Where does your mind go when I'm quiet? Do you allow yourself to follow the mind? Or do you really keep reminding it to focus and breathe? Are you comfortable when I'm quiet? Do you get anxious or bored when I'm quiet? I want you to imagine in your mind's eye a candle. The candle is white. Cream color. Most candles are cream color. Rarely do you find a white candle. Cream colored candle. And this candle is about 2 inches in diameter. It is about 6 inches tall. The candle is sitting on a round ceramic base that are deep, dark teal colors in the center and slowly morph out into light teal on the edges. The very edge of this ceramic plate has a gold rim painted. As you follow up your vision to the top of the candle has been lit for maybe an hour. So there's a nice deep valley of melted wax. Maybe the wax has started to melt up over the side edges, creating drip marks down the candle side. Maybe it's began to pool at the base just slightly, morphing the shape of the top of the candle. Allow your mind's eye to watch the flame flicker. Have you ever really looked at a flame of a candle and saw what colors is created? Maybe there's more than one or two. Some of the colors can be created because of what the wick is made out of or contains. The bright, hot, white flame right at the very tip of the wick. And then the colors kind of expand out from there, creating a top of the flame. Keep your mind's eye on the flame of the candle. There's a subtle, slight breeze in the room, making that candle flicker a little bit, move around. This candle with its ceramic base in turquoise colors and its gold rim is sitting on a wooden ledge of a window. The curtains are soft and sheer, drawn back to either side with ties. The window is broken up with panes, 8 panes at the top part and 8 panes at the bottom. The wood on the window is old, unfinished, unpainted, weathered well, lived well. The bottom of the window has a little metal handle that you can use to push it open. What do you see outside your window? Looking through the flame, through the pane of glass to the other side. Is the weather cool on the other side of that window? Do you feel the feelings of fall beginning to arrive? The warmth of the candle, You grab that little metal handle and you push the window open, push it up, bringing a cool breeze in that makes the candle flicker even more, almost goes out. You feel the cool air on your face and the sheer window coverings blow gently in the breeze. But the candle remains steadfast, refusing to be blown out. Smell the cool air. Feel it prick at your skin. Feel the fall right around the corner. When you think of fall, what is the one thing that tells you there it is, there, fall is here? Is it the changing of the leaves? Is it the feeling of the air temperature? What part of fall is your very favorite? With the activities, kids going back to school. Allow yourself to revel in the idea of fall, the joyousness of fall. Standing before your window, placing your hand on the handle, closing the window down and shutting off the cool breeze. The flame of the candle burns bright and strong. Stepping back and kneeling down to be at the flame level. Gently blow it out. See the little black tendrils rise. See the black wick start to curl over. Watch the wax slowly become opaque and reharden as the candle becomes cold and lifeless. Stepping away from the window, away from the candle. Release the shears, allow them to close. Take a nice deep breath, filling up your lungs. Exhaling and closing your mind's eye, bringing it back to your body, back to your mat, to your room, to the heartbeat, and to the breath. Take another big breath. Exhale and begin wiggling fingers and toes, rolling wrists and ankles, opening and closing knees, elbows, shrug shoulders, squeeze glutes, roll head side to side, pull the belly in and arch the back, waking up each muscle, each joint. And when you're ready, draw one knee at a time into your chest. Give yourself a couple of rolls if you'd like. And when you're ready, roll over onto your side, stacking your shoulders, hips, and knees. Take a moment, let gravity readjust. With the month of September, fall is just around the corner. Are you ready? Are you excited? Gently peel yourself up off of the mat, finding a comfortable seat. Then drop your right ear to the right side. Tuck and roll over to the left side and hold. Tuck and roll to the right and hold. Tuck and roll back to center. Lift the head up, chin to ceiling, and back down. Head up, chin to ceiling, and back down. Head back to neutral. Turn your head to the right as far as you can, and then take it over to the left as far as you can. Come back to center. Shoulder rolls forward, up, back, and down. Other direction, back, up, forward, and down. Nice big breath. Use your arms. Inhale, gather air. Active stretch all the way up through the fingertips, and then press that heavy air down. Inhale, light air, arms just gently float up. Hands come together overhead. Exhale them down to your chest. Flutter your eyes open, and namaste.